Hello everyone and welcome to the third video where we will be learning about the third topic of chapter number 1 of statistics. So the third topic is scope of statistics. So let's begin. Scope of statistics. In the old days, the use of statistics was restricted to deal with the affairs of the state. But nowadays, the scope of statistics has spread to all those areas where numerical facts are used, such as economics, business industry, medicine, physics, chemistry, and numerous other fields of knowledge. So here we have just read about the scope of statistics, which is like very much wider as compared to the old days, because in the old days the scope of statistics were like very narrow scope, but now the scope is wider, much more wider. About the scope of statistics, we will be dealing about three of the things, that is about nature of statistics that we will learn, then subject matter of statistics, as well as limitation of statistics. Coming to nature of statistics. Statistics is both science as well as arts. As a science, statistics studies numerical data in a scientific and systematic manner. That we have just dealt with the definition of statistics also, that it is a science which deals with the satisfaction or with the allocation of resources in such a manner that the consumer gets maximum satisfaction, the producer gets maximum profit, and the society gets maximum social welfare. So this was all under science, because it deals in a systematic manner. Next, it is written as an art, statistics relates to quantitative data to the real life problem. Okay, if any of the problem we are facing in the real life, we can measure the problem in quantitative term or with the help of quantitative data. Here is one of the example, the best suited for the current situation also. First, let us go through the things what is written. For example, the problem of unemployment in India is more meaningful analyzed when the size of unemployment is supported with quantitative data. So here is like one problem that even we are dealing with dealing today. It's there in India, that is the problem of unemployment. The problem of unemployment is increasing day by day in terms or in regard to the current situation as well, because we are facing with the problem of coronavirus, and this leads to a great large number of people becoming unemployed. If I am going to say that okay, because of coronavirus the unemployment has increased a lot, okay, or it is increasing day by day, so this thing is like not making much difference, or it is not much more effective. But when I am going to give the term, say as if I am going to put some quantitative data into it, that the the unemployment rate in India before the coronavirus, it was like 4 crore people were like unemployed there in India. Okay, but now during this coronavirus time, the unemployment rate in India has increased to 16 crore. So now one can easily analyze or understand what is the growth or how fast this unemployment is increasing, or might be in the near future, if this situation of coronavirus this is still, it will be prevailing in the country, then the condition will become more bad. There will be this unemployment rate in India is expected to increase to 22% after 22 crores after 2 months. So in this way we can this adding quantitative data to it make it as much more interesting, easy to understand, easy to analyze, or easy to reach to any of the particular conclusion. Subject matter of statistics. The subject matter of statistics is divided into two parts, that is descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Now what is descriptive statistics? It refers to those methods methods which are used for the collection, presentation, as well as analysis of data. So it means that while doing this descriptive statistics, we have to follow this method. For example, if I want to collect the average height of the students of class 11, then I will collect the height from each of the student. From the collection, that the process of collection will be there. Then after that, after collecting the data, I will present it. I'll make a tabular form or any way of presentation. I'll present it, and I will finally reach to a conclusion. Okay, these all methods is involved under the descriptive statistics. Coming to inferential. Inferential statistics, it refers to all such method by which conclusions are drawn relating to the universe or population on the basis of a given sample. Now the same thing, the same example if I'll take, now if I am going to calculate the average height of the student by taking just few sample, just I will ask or I will take or I will collect the information just only from the 10 student. I will just measure their height and finally reach to a particular conclusion. Here I am not collecting data, or I am not having or measuring the height of each of the student. I am just doing the sample. I am just taking up the sample, few students, 10 students. I am taking from class 11. I am measuring them, and finally I am reaching to the conclusion of, okay, that on an average the whole class 11 student are of this much height. So in this inferential statistics, we are taking up the samples, not the entire population. Okay. So this is the difference between, also we can say, between the descriptive statistics as well as inferential statistics. Limitations of statistics. So there are many limitations of statistics, and one by one we will discuss each of the limitations. The first one is statistics does not study individual. As we all know, the individual study of statistics is not possible. Second is statistics results might lead to fallacious conclusion. Fallacious means the wrong conclusions which leads because of, or which is based on mistaken belief or some problem in collection of data. This leads to wrong conclusion. Third one is statistics deal with quantitative facts only, as we know that it won't deal with qualitative facts or qualitative data. The next is statistics laws are true only on average. So it is always calculated on an average, and on an average the results are only termed to be as true. Only experts can make the best possible use of statistics, because we know there are various techniques and methods involved in collection of data and all. So it is only the expert who can make the best use of statistics. Sixth limitation. Uniformity and homogeneity of data is essential, and it is very much important limitation, because the example we can take that we cannot compare the production of food grains with the production of cloth. Why? Because we know that cloth is measured in meters and food grains is measured in tons. So there is no uniformity or homogeneity between the two products. The next one is misuse of statistics is indeed its greatest limitation, because misuse of statistics is possible. So another limitation is misuse, and which, like, there is chances of the data or the statistical information, they are like the chances of its misuse are there. Next one is study of aggregates only. So statistics studies only the aggregates of quantitative facts. The last limitation is without reference, result may prove to be wrong. So there is always a requirement of reference, and without any reference, we cannot reach to any particular conclusion. So it is necessary that the circumstances and condition under which these conclusions have been drawn, it should be like properly studied, involving all the properly method involved in the collection of data as well. So this is the end of the third topic of the first chapter. With the help of this video, kindly complete your notes. Thank you.